For middle and high school educators looking for evidence-based and practical strategies to adjust grading practices that will increase student learning and resilience, I highly encourage you to check out Dave Nagel's new book from Corwin Press, Effective Grading Practices for Secondary Teachers, Practical Strategies to Prevent Failure, Recover Credits, and Increase Standards-Based Reference Grading. A former middle and high school teacher and administrator, Dave approaches the topic from the lens of a true practitioner. Dave's book is divided into 4 distinct parts. 1. Challenge of secondary grading change. 2. Practice trumps policy. 3. Specific school and classroom grading practices. And 4. Implementation. In part 1, Dave reminds us that, believe it or not, Moses didn't leave an 11th commandment on Mount Sinai that said, "Thou shalt not touchest thy neighbor's gradebook," though some folks believe that to be true. He discusses, however, that grading change challenges can be minimized with increasing teacher voice and input. In part 2, his core message is practice trumps policy. When schools and districts are developing grading policies, they must first establish parameters to guide classroom grading actions. These are truthfulness, meaning grades are honest and convey what students have demonstrated related to content mastery; reliability, grades are consistent across classrooms, 2 students producing the same level and quality of work for 2 different teachers in the same school get relatively the same grade; impartiality, grades are not dependent on factors such as race, gender, or degree of parental involvement; understandable, students and parents know what grades convey, not was the C because of high quality work turned in late or poor work was submitted on time but with a smile. Once these are established, teachers can play within the boundaries and adapt grading actions for their specific subject matter. He provides examples of core grading actions such as consistent and expected teacher collaboration around grading issues, collaborative scoring and analysis of student work, and finally, providing students stipulated second chances to allow students multiple opportunities to reach mastery and develop resilience. Because it's inevitable that students will miss deadlines, turn in subpar work, or need additional time to complete tasks. But giving them a 0 and denying them the opportunity to complete required assignments and work is exactly what many students want. Extra chances come with stipulation. But quality student work isn't devalued because of additional time needed. In part 3, Dave shares concrete examples of practical, authentic, and evidence-based grading actions teachers can implement immediately. In chapter 5, Dave shares his SITE model framework for determining grading strategies to prevent unnecessary student failure with practices such as amnesty days, make it happen, effective use of homework, and early final exams. In chapter 6, he provides clear guidance for implementing effective credit recovery models to help students get back on track by focusing specifically on evidence of student mastery of essential objectives. Now, chapter 7 is enough reason alone to buy the book. Dave gives readers 5 distinct strategies to increase the quantity and quality of standards reference grading without needing to completely overhaul your school's current report card system. Example practices that he shares are ensuring accurate weighting based level of rigor of tasks, mastery grading, developing training tasks to promote deliberate practice, creating a selection syllabus, and eradicating the average once and for all. And finally, David doesn't leave readers hanging with the question, how do we get started? He provides clear guidance for secondary educators to determine their next steps as well as how to effectively conduct action research to monitor the impact of grading and feedback changes on student learning and behavior. For more information on ordering David's book, please visit corwin.com or gradingforimpact.com.